going on? So, my name's Dan with DD Speed Shop on YouTube and Instagram. Danielle's running the camera. She's part of this whole mess too. And so we saw the Deboss quarantine car show. We wanted to put our cars in there. So we got a pile of them, and probably thought it'd be easier to make a quick video kind of showing them as opposed to a pile of pictures and all that sort of stuff. So this is my current project. It's 27T, 5-window coupe, which I ended up getting real cheap. I think I paid $300 for the body. It was actually a guy's yard art, so I can put a picture up maybe or something like that. Literally it was decorated with Christmas decorations on it. I got it in the middle of winter. It was frozen on the ground, so that was good. The chassis and all that, I actually ended up getting for a case of kokanee beer, the most Canadian thing you can do. You know,
pay the man.
I don't know who's getting the better deals right now. I thought it was me until I got here. And I ended up re-chopping it, kind of doing a few things like that. It had a pile of rot in it, so the bottom 6 inches of the whole car were rotted out. So I put in patches, made my own, and then rusted it on purpose so it would look terrible. Had no deck lid, no tail pan when I got it, so I actually ended up making this deck lid, louvering it, and then rusting it so it kind of matches. Otherwise, very simple, small block Chevy, Turbo 400. It's got a Ford, kind of a Ranger rear end. Inside, I played the frame, did all that stuff, built the rear suspension, built all the structure, just learning how to do bead rolling and stuff. Yeah, so that's kind of this. This is the current project. It's just kind of a rat rod. Nothing too crazy. Real cheap. Extra cheap. I think I probably got, I think I have $1,000 in this thing the way it sits. And I'm done spending money on it. Just needs a bunch more of my labor, which fortunately is next to nothing. So yeah, we gotta try and impress the judges somehow. But, and the judge of all judges, Peg, right? So we gotta make sure he's real happy. So Danny's got the proper top on, and we'll show the rest of the hot rods here. Next up, I fell in love with Tri-5 Chevys last year. I've always liked them, and could never afford them, but I ended up buying two. Funny how that works. These actually both started off life as four-door basket cases, I should add that, and I converted them both to two-door hot rods. So the 57, which Steve is actually modeling, Shop Dog Steve, is actually Danielle's car. So she'll give you a little once-over on that. But the 55, this one's mine. So I always wanted the 2-lane blacktop car, so I kind of built my version of it. So it's got a glass front end, which seems cool, but they're actually a real nightmare to deal with. But it's the whole deal. I mean, it's a big block, tunnel ram, dual quad, fender well headers, the whole deal. This one came right apart. I redid the whole chassis. Everything's all brand new. Lots of rust repair in this one. Ended up doing floors, trunk pan, the whole deal. Inside was all redone. So it's actually new carpet kit. Redid all the gauges, all that. There's a lot of screwing around on this one. I had a buddy who got into pinstriping, so he let it up the dash a little bit, which I really like, and stuff like that. This one though, it's got full glass in it, so I ended up making the rear windows actually work and stuff. So it's just like a real two-door. Underneath, everyone kept telling me I was going to blow up the factory rear end, which I probably will. So I had a buddy paint it up as a ticking time bomb. That way, if it does blow up, I'll put a Chevy 12 volt or a Ford 9-inch or something like that in it. But that's this thing in a nutshell. Maybe Danielle and Steve will give you a little once over on their 57 Chevy.
Alright, so this is my 57 Chevy. You know it's mine because I am the queen. So this was a barn find 4-door that has been made into a 2-door. It's got the motor from an Escalade, so that's an LS motor, 6 liter, and And that's about the extent of what I actually know about my car, other than that I look real cute driving it.
So this thing, it was 4-door. Got it from a guy. He was going to restore it, keep it a 4-door, take his grandkids out for ice cream. He lost interest, so I swooped in. So when I got it, it was ripped apart. The guy had started taking it apart and lost interest. So I actually got it on the road with just a small block Chevy as a 4-door, and we drove it for a little bit. Danielle fell in love with it. So then I put a LS. It's got a Turbo 350, high stall shift kit, and then a bunch of my parts that I was going to save for something else, like these sweet low back seats. The carpet kit I was originally going to put in my car, which I didn't. Set of wheels and tires, we did all the brakes, all that sort of stuff. So this thing's actually a real hot rod. Fire it up. Give Peg what he wants. Right to the wood. Perfect. We get the odd complaint from the neighbors here and there. Whew, that one actually really hurt my ears. Not gonna lie, I was standing in the wrong spot. So we're trying to check things off the list. So red line, all that sort of stuff. We got a dog. Danny's wearing the right shirt. Peg, you better be watching this, buddy. Oh, this is another one for the fucking mint category. I just picked this up. This is slightly worse than what this started as, but it's got a title. So I don't know what it's gonna be yet, but this was money well spent. Yeah. I bought this instead of the mortgage payments. We're gonna eat craft dinner.
Who doesn't like craft dinner? There's like 10 different flavors.
So we're good. So we'll walk it over to the Nova and we'll get going on that.
You look like a high school guy and you're about to be like, hey, you going to the moon tower later?
I wish I was wearing like a Motley Crue shirt or something. So this is my 71 Nova. This one's right for Vice Gripper. He better like this one. So this is actually probably the nicest, kind of most original factory car I have. As you can tell, I'm into beaters. So this, my old man actually bought this for me. Now when I say he bought it for me, I'll put a little picture of what it looked like. It's pretty rough. It's a couple $1,000, but it is a factory 350 4-speed 12-bolt SS car, which is something I could never afford if it was done properly, obviously. But I love this thing. I've been driving it a lot lately, actually. So the only thing I really did to it, I redid the front suspension with all tubular control arms. Gave the motor a once over, but otherwise it's just kind of warmed over. Edelbrock intake, Holley carb, headers. Like I said, it's got a Muncie 4-speed and a 12-bolt. Cowley hood, because when I got it, the hood was folded in half. And yeah, this one actually did a lot to it. Spent a lot of money on this one, more than I should have. But I kind of figured it was a cool car. It was actually an old race car. Oh, my hair's caught in the window. So it has a cage in it and stuff, but this one, I redid the inside, door panels, dash pad, carpet, set of seats, all that stuff, and all you guys know interior stuff adds up like crazy. So there's a pile of money in this hot rod, but I love it. It's a little rough around the edges. When I got it, the thing was bare metal, and I had a great idea if I'm going to keep it bare metal on the roof, like kind of like a vinyl top. I took a lot of flack on it, but you sure know it's my car. Yeah, this thing's pretty cool. This is my 71 Chevy half-ton. So this one, actually, what I wanted to do originally, I built it on YouTube just to kind of keep busy in the winter months. So my plan was never actually to finish it. I wanted to kind of build it and do all the hard work, because so many people hit me up on Instagram, YouTube, and stuff like that about motivation, all that stuff. And I thought, you know, I'll do all the junk. So I did, this one was rotted out. $300 long bed Chevy truck, and it was rotted. So I did floors, cab corners, all the cab braces, inner and outer rockers, all the bed braces, box sides, wheel tubs, doors. A lot of ugly, ugly work on this thing. And then I ended up LS swapping it. So it's got a 5.3 out of a Chevy half-ton, and literally took everything, the radiator, the air filter, the catch tank. This one's factory computer, the whole deal. On the 57 I used the Terminator kit, which was pretty handy. So this one was, you know, pretty low buck, I guess, but I never went through the suspension, the brakes, The paint, I color matched it the best I could, just to kind of give it the look and make sure the lights work. I put a set of wheels and tires on it, and that was it. So my goal was to sell this one and not really make any money on it, and hopefully the next generation, the younger kids or whatever, can afford a Chevy truck. I always wanted a short box when I was in high school, and I never ever could. And this one, I'm thinking, you know, that'd be the ideal goal. Sell to some high school kid who worked all summer selling ice cream or something like that, and let him have a hot rod. It still has some kinks to work out. I was trying to work on it today. It yacked its transmission guts on the ground for some reason. I don't know. It's a little cranky, but it's cool. I put loud exhaust on it, which is what everyone wants. So I don't know. It's a cool hot rod. I dig it, but I got enough trucks. All right. So this is the last one I have at home. I got other junk in storage, but this is 47 Chevy, two-door sedan, and this one's real rough around the edges. I've had this for the longest. Probably had this 10 or 12 years. When I first bought this house, I had to sell everything I owned, all my hot rods and stuff like that, for the down payment. Drove my grandma's car and everything, and this is the first hot rod I bought on my own and worked on my own and stuff like that. So it was pretty rusty and all that, needs some floor work and all that. It's actually on a G-body chassis. It's a small block Chevy, Turbo 350. It's real simple, real batty. I did put it on air ride, which is cool. At least I think it's cool. But it's just kind of a generic car. I mean, there's not a whole lot to it, but it's a cool cruiser. People seem to love it. Little kids love it. You get to sit on fenders at car shows and stuff. But so that's all our junk. So at the end of the day, I think that's enough for the judges. But now for everyone watching who's not a judge, other than Peg, you better really appreciate the rev limiter, man. We got neighbors. Like, we're for sure hearing about this.
Well, there's like 4 newborn babies down this street.
They're all awake. Anyways, so Rich here, he's doing this whole thing, which I think is awesome. He's putting it together, which is just phenomenal. And they're selling some merch, some shirts and stuff like that. And all the proceeds are going to Doctors Without Borders. Stand-up guy, hell of a guy. So we're going to buy a few shirts. I'll put a link in the description, or maybe in the title, or both, or something like that. So you guys should go buy a shirt. Help that whole cause out. You can't really go wrong. After that, what they're doing, so there's 5 or 6 categories. I don't know what we're going to fit in, if any of them. And they're picking some winners. And grand prize is a $1,000 Summit gift card, which I don't really have a whole lot of interest in. I'm just trying to get the name out there and you know, kind of get the car scene and whatnot. So if we happen to win, so you guys got to go vote for us, I plan on giving that all away. So maybe we'll give you know, 4 $250 purchases or gift cards, whatever it may be, to whoever helps us out, or whatever we get. I don't know if it's a t-shirt, we'll give it away, because I'm not here to make $1 million or anything like that. And I really want you guys to kind of get involved and do that. If you have a car, you should put it up real quick. I think it ends when I put this up the same day or the next day type thing. So get on it, get your car out there, and yeah, see you guys in the next one.